everyone, and welcome to the Quarantine Zone, where you're always welcome. I'm Sean, and I'm here with Jamie.
Hello.
Luke.
Hello.
And Rachel.
Hello.
Do you want to take it from here?
Is everyone doing alright?
I mean, as well as you can be, I suppose. If you want me to keep it real with you.
Yeah, welcome. Sorry that we haven't been uploading in a while.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Yeah, don't worry, we're still here, unfortunately.
Mood.
So like we mentioned, in the pilot episode, we're going to be talking about did we mention it? I don't think we did, but anyway, we'll just assume that I did, and just... So we're going to talk about, Summer, which is, like the meaty part of the game, well, one of the four.
The meaty part.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We were going to talk about the prologue, but there's nothing... Well, we can just glance over that, because, it's only like, 5 minutes maximum? Ish?
Probably more than 5, maybe like 10.
I'd say like about 10 minutes. It depends how in-depth you go. Like, if you rush through it, you can probably get done in like 5-10 minutes. Yeah. But like, remember when I played it, because I like looked around for little Easter eggs everywhere. Mm-hmm. It took me like 20 minutes.
Okay. So, if you guys don't know what's happening, we spoilers for The Last of Us. So yeah, we'll quickly gloss over the prologue. It was 2013. It was Joel's birthday. Then the infection happened. A lot of people died. Tommy showed up. One of those people dying is Sarah.
Oh. Stop it.
It was very strong opening to a game.
Oh yeah, totally. It's like as soon as you played it, like, you were already drawn in to the characters and the story and everything that was going on. Like, you barely even knew Sarah, but you were like heartbroken when she died, and you were heartbroken for Joel.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it last episode, but like, it is the thing where like it sets you up for loss from the minute the game opens, like, because that's one of the main things about this game is like the loss of people that you love and stuff, and it just puts you into that mindset like straight away.
The Loss of Us.
Stop it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to quickly touch on the scene where Sarah dies in Joel's arms. The performances between Hannah and Troy were really, really well done as well.
Yeah, they had to redo that scene a lot because apparently Troy was like overdoing it and they had to doing it, so I think that turned out really good.
It's been terrible.
Yeah.
Anyway, flash forward to 20 years later, and good old summer of 2033. Seems like humanity kind of have like a somewhat...
I'm probably going to be dead by 2033 now that I think about it.
You mean just now or in the game?
Like, I just mean like me as a person. I won't be alive then.
Oh, Jesus.
I think I definitely... if I was in that kind of area, I don't know. I'd be the kind of person that would just like...
I think I'd be alright in that situation, actually. I feel like I'd do okay.
Yeah, I'd just follow the rules, to be completely honest, I think.
Oh, wait, do you think...
I'd want to live.
Really? I don't think I would.
I'd be dead. I'd be dead within 2 weeks.
I think I'd be like
if I was on the outside, I'd be like dead in seconds. But if I was just in a quarantine zone...
Sorry, like,
follow us on Twitter.
We're on to like another thing now, but yeah, follow us on Twitter and Tumblr and Instagram. Me and Rachel talked about this before, and Rachel said that if she thought she was in the world of The Last of Us, she'd probably be a Firefly, and I don't think I would be at all, because I think they have really corrupt morals, but I think everyone in The Last of Us has corrupt morals, so it's like, I'll just be by myself.
Sean, the Lone
I feel
Ranger.
like that'd be the quickest way to die, was to be by yourself.
I mean, not by myself. I don't know. I'd make a little crew of, I don't know, gays. I guess that's my team in The Last of Us.
That's your destiny.
Gays.
This is a gay-only event.
Yeah, it's just like a gay army. Anyway,
Just
sorry about sidetracking there.
It's fine.
I don't remember where we were, to be honest.
I was just talking about, like, I just stay within my bounds, like, live in the quarantine zone, try and live my best life, to be honest. I feel like if I got the
Rachel
offer,
would be
if I
a
got the offer,
Firefly.
yeah, if I got the offer to go and live on somewhere like Tommy's compound, I think I might take
Oh
that.
yeah.
Oh
And I
yeah,
mean-
I would totally. If he was like, yeah, come and chill with us, I'd be like, fuck yeah. I'd be there straight away. That's like the best place you could be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jamie disagrees.
No, I have an idea on what would be a great place for the infection, but it's absolutely ridiculous.
What?
The desert.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I would hate it.
Yeah, because it's just
It's a no
how
from me,
warm.
Chief.
Yeah. Because if you think about how warm a desert is, it's pretty much
Rather
hard to
be
survive
eaten
there.
by zombies than chill in the desert.
Yeah. I mean, it's a dumb idea. Because I was thinking, where would be the best place to hide an infection? Egypt is like, no.
But you need water. I don't know. I
Even
guess
so.
I'll just stick with my army of gays and see how we do.
You fail instantly. Gays are so weak.
No, maybe your gays. My gays are strong.
We'll have an arm
Ellie.
wrestle when you come
I
over.
mean, we have Ellie. Ellie's someone who can band with us. She's a gay. She's
You know?
strong.
She's fictional as well.
Yeah, true. I don't
Don't worry
care.
about it, Jamie.
I'm just trying to make some points. The gays in the Last of Us universe are pretty cool, so
Ew.
come join my team is what I'm saying. Anyway, let's carry on.
Alright, so basically you find out Joel has a friend called Tess who they'd like to sneak out, do a little sneak, smuggle stuff. And Robert owes them, what was it? It was either guns or it was either, it was guns, right?
With guns, yeah.
And so basically, they try and get him back.
Yeah.
Just sneaking out. You get to see like a good aspect of how kind of like the militia keep control of the infection within the quarantine zone. Whether it be from just scanning people, which is, I'm surprised they have that kind of technology, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because knowing if it's like 20 years in the future, it's kind of understandable that they might have it, but then again, it'll be hard to kind of advance technology when almost everyone is out to get you.
I feel like it's probably like when the infection started, they probably put all their money into this research, like, because of course the government and shit probably would like know a little bit of time in advance before the infection fully spread that this was happening, and they were probably like looking into like solutions and stuff, because they always know everything before we do. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Very interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we get to like see a little bit of how Joel and Tess kind of get around the actual, what's it called? The checkpoint, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, by just going through the wall, just going underground. And here you get have a little bit of a combat tutorial, which is nice.
Yes.
Get to listen to walls and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Crafting as well. I think that's later, but
Isn't the combat tutorial you shooting the guy in the head?
I think so.
Yeah, because you find the guy whose mask's broken or something.
Oh yeah.
And he's like stuck under a filing cabinet, I think.
You fight some infected a little bit before then.
I mean, you just get to kind of like get the sense that Tess and Joel are into some dodgy backstreet type deals, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
They like that. They're in the smuggling business.
Backstreet?
Mhm.
You could have said
Yeah.
it better because I thought they were doing a Backstreet Boys tribute act. Like,
Yeah,
True.
no,
just
sorry.
True. Very true.
I'll have you know, someone told me on Tumblr that I'm very poignant when I talk on the podcast. So,
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that means, unfortunately.
it just means that I sound like I know what I'm talking about, I think, and I come across clear, which is fake, but thank you for supporting me anyway.
Yeah, Sean's very proud of that.
Yeah, it made
She
me feel a
messaged
lot
me
better about myself.
right after someone sent it.
I'm surprised she hasn't told me that already, to be completely honest.
So after like a bit of a combat stuff, as well as going through another kind of like quarantine where people are just selling pretty much everything for like food tickets. I'm really disappointed that you couldn't buy a doggo.
The fight dog.
No, I mean,
Yes.
wait, were they
I
fight dogs?
agree.
Yeah, I mean, some of them at least.
I want a doggo though. I want a doggo to follow me around.
Maybe in the second game.
God, I can only wish. Yeah, there's a little bit of an we're kind of like, we'll be jumping like back and forward for summer anyway, because there's a lot to talk about, but there's like a little bit of a sneak, like a stealth kind of aspect, where you kind of have to go to Robert's office. I say kind of, because I kept on getting to the door, but there was a guy hiding behind the fucking crates on the right. He kept on detecting me, so shit.
Oh, I know exactly the bit, because also I'm playing it quite recently. Like, that guy pissed me off a lot.
But yeah, we find Robert. Find out he don't have the gun, so Tess just pops a couple in his head.
I love my women's.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of strong women in The Last of Us. It's nice. It really is. So when Tess shoots Robert in the head, you know, Marlene shows up, who's the head of the Fireflies. Because she has an offer for them. Which,
We love Marlene. Actually, like, I have conflicting feelings about Marlene, which I'll get into later, but for now, we stand.
is it because of who she introduces later on?
Maybe so.
Okay. So we we follow Marlene to a warehouse, like the little safe house thing. Then you find someone. Oh, we should mention that Marlene is injured a little bit as well, because that plays into a little bit where we meet Ellie.
Yes, my queen.
My queen.
At first, I didn't like Ellie.
Oh, same.
Hey.
I didn't either.
Why?
At first, okay, this was like the first interaction that I had, okay, and I had no idea who she was. But she did warm up to me, okay? She's my favorite character.
Oh no, I think that's what they did that on purpose. I think the whole point is that at first you think of her as this like stubborn teenager, but you do get to love her a bit more.
Well,
Yeah.
I
A
can't
bit
relate.
more is an understatement.
Oh yeah. Sean, you
I
like girls.
knew she was the woman of my dreams the moment I laid eyes on her. No, kidding. When I played the game, I was the same age as her, and you know, I really felt that. I just felt her. I was gay, and
you felt her.
you know,
Emotionally.
Yes, I emotionally, in every way. I was like, wow, I stand immediately. Obviously, I didn't say that because we weren't using that then, but now I'm using it, and you know what I mean. I was like, she's fucking cool as shit. Like, when I saw her character, I was like, I actually know I'm going to love this game. I like that she was mean. I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I liked that she was cocky. I thought it was interesting. I don't like a character who's like not mean. I don't know. It makes sense for her. No, but I felt, because I was kind of like, it makes sense for her to be like that, because with the world that she was in, and she was just being passed around, like she was being smuggled around. Like, of course she's gonna be like cautious of people, and like be a bit shitty towards them, because she's got like a defense mechanism up. Just like, even though I didn't know anything about her at that point, really, like it kind of makes sense for her to be like cautious. This is like a 50-year-old dude like smuggling her around the city, like. Of course she's going to be a bit of a dick. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm more forgiving.
You just made me realize that Joel is more or less 50.
Yeah, he's 50. He's 50 in the first game. He'll be 55 in part 2.
Yeah.
He's getting old, man. He's getting old.
So we find out that Marlene wants to smuggle Ellie out. I don't remember what she says initially.
The Capitol building, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then it just goes all ape from there. So kind of Ellie follows you and Tess like into the sewers on the night, where you get caught by military people. And you get scanned for, if you're infected or not, and big red light goes off.
Yeah, and Ellie stabs them.
Yeah. Then we find out, that Ellie's bite was 3 weeks old. Which is...
Yeah.
And it was, I'm pretty sure it was Joel found it hard to believe at first, but Tess was like, let's do this.
Yeah.
That's
it's like,
pretty much.
take a miracle, we need it in this fucking world. It's like, Joel's like, fuck this shit, I ain't risking my ass for this 14-year-old kid. And then towards the end of the day, I was like, man, I love this fucking 14-year-old ass kid, she's my kid.
And then
Yeah.
I love that, it's like, at the beginning he's like, I'm not risking my life, and he's like, I'm gonna risk the entire of humanity to save this 14-year-old girl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's funny because Tess actually mentions like everyone turns like within 2 days of being exposed. Yeah. That just makes me sad about Left Behind.
Yeah.
Just
thinking about Ellie seeing Riley have to turn for him to kill hers.
Yeah. So. God, just oof. We'll talk about that when we get to Left Behind, but oh boy. Yeah, backup arrives for the military people. I don't know what to call them. I'm just gonna call them the militant dickheads.
Fair enough.
Even though they're trying to do their job, they're trying to get in the way of the protagonist. Therefore, they're dickheads.
Yeah.
And of course,
by valid reason.
Protagonist, we mean Ellie.
To be fair, we do know that the guards are kind of like corrupt anyway. But we learn more the way through that like Fedra isn't really to be trusted and how they're a bit shady. But we don't. Yeah, I guess they're just trying to do their job or whatever. But I'm not sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just picking up pretty excuses to like stab them for no reason.
Yeah. There's a lot that happens. There's a lot of like combat elements which happen throughout the game in general, because it is a combat game essentially. But
yeah,
I feel like what we didn't expect was such a strong story.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm getting sad just thinking about it. I don't know why.
Me.
Yeah. When they kind of like sneak out, either if you kill them or just sneak away, basically, whatever happened to Ellie, Marlene thinks it's a cure, in the making.
Yeah.
And
she's willing to like kill her for it.
Yeah. And they fight their way to the Capitol building, where I should say my least favorite fucking infested type is drawing this path, and it's the clickers.
Ooh, me too.
It took
me...
Wait,
do you not like the clickers?
No. It took me about... From when I first played the game till... I think it was last year. I played the game, originally in, 2016, up to that point, right? And boy, I was like, do you know what? Fuck this. and I didn't touch it again for a few years.
Mm,
It's like, well,
Me too. When I first played it, I couldn't get past that part for like months.
And then I learned you can stun them.
Yeah.
Thanks. But I mean, it does prove that, you know, you do learn more things about the world that was created. You know,
Yeah.
whether it be combat or just more lore. Yeah, I mean, when you get to the Capitol building, all the Fireflies are dead.
Yeah,
I believe
you
it
find
was
that-
the Infested, right?
Yes, it was. You find the guy with the clipboard, and he's like written in like blood, like evac didn't come, infected, like swarming us, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it said, but like you find out that it was we find the guy like eaten away at. So yeah,
Yeah. I hate those kind of corpses when they're just kind of rotting away. But then again,
Yeah.
what is a good corpse?
Yeah. Are there any corpses you like?
yeah. To be honest,
I
I don't have
named
I don't have a
these
favorite
two.
type of. Stop it.
Oh.
What are your favorite type of corpses then, Sean?
We'll get into it later.
Okay.
I don't want Watch Mojo like fucking
Honourable
suing
mentions.
us for like
Top-
using their top
Oh,
10.
Top 10 favorite corpses.
I'm not trying to get like copyrighted by Watch Mojo. Is all I'm saying.
Then again, how do they even function if they just make top 10 lists? I mean, I'm not
They
throwing
don't.
shade, but
Top
We're
10
gonna
anime
get sued by
trailers.
Watch Mojo after this episode.
Huh?
I said we're gonna get sued by Watch Mojo after this episode.
It's true. We've said their names too many
We're,
times.
we're giving them free promo.
They're like, we don't want it.
just take it back, please. We'll pay you, just don't talk about us. So yeah, alright, so where were we?
The Capitol building.
Yeah. Okay, so
And
basically you try and escape. Oh wait, no, here we go. Sorry, we're using the wiki as kind of like the Last of Us wiki as a guide to kind of like talk about, you know, the main aspect of summer. We'll provide a link to the wiki in the description below if you're watching on YouTube. But yeah, when in the Capitol building, Tess shows Joel that she's infected.
yeah.
That ain't fun.
No.
So, and then she basically just sacrifices herself to let Joel and Ellie escape, which
We love a sacrificial queen.
Stuff.
I feel like anyone is a anyone is a queen in your eyes, Sean, if it's in The Last of Us.
It's true.
If they're a woman, they're immediately a queen.
All women are queen. That's true.
Well,
That's the number one rule to my life. Except for Rachel.
Oof.
we need to move on, guys.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So basically, what Tess basically tells Joel to do is try and find Tommy, as he used to be part of the Fireflies, which we kind of we didn't mention earlier. Whoops. Yeah, when they flee, you just hearing the gunshots and the door open is just not fun at all.
Yeah, that's really fun.
And the thing is that you just have to keep running,
Yeah, you can't stop.
because if you do, you'll fucking die. That means just more deaths and stuff.
And you do get to run past the top. I think when you're on top, you run past, you can just see her body on the floor.
Oh jeez. No.
Oh.
No thanks.
That's so sad. Alexa hit it. I'm sorry. I don't know how to deal with pain correctly. I'm
Anyway.
just trying to keep it light and breezy.
Alexa, play Little Sadie.
It's just
Okay.
accurate.
It's so. After this, Joel tells Ellie to never bring Tess up and to keep the histories to themselves, which is a big contrast to like a few months later on down the line, where they're pretty much like Ellie giving Joel the picture and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I think from Joel's point of view, it's like he's going through the same kind of thing with Sarah. Like, I think he's experiencing that really heavy loss again of someone that he's been so close to for so long.
Yeah.
And it's probably the fact that he's trying to block Ellie out because he doesn't want to lose. Yeah, he doesn't want to lose her again, especially when he knows that she's infected and he doesn't have any like proof that she's this 3-week-old by it, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh boy. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Like, just we could talk about Joel and Ellie's relationship, but that's for another day. So basically, Joel's basically just ordering Ellie around to say when I say something, just do it.
Yeah.
And then Joel has an idea to meet an acquaintance who we later learn is oh no, my brains.
Is it
Tommy?
Bill?
Oh, it's Bill. It's Bill.
Yeah, it's Bill. Sorry, I was like...
Another gay icon who's out here surviving by himself.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
I mean...
These are the facts, people.
I don't know what else to say from
Bill's
that.
an icon.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theory. Hey you guys, what's up? Yes, welcome back to another.
So yeah, they basically want a car from him, which basically trying to get over.
I actually really like Bill's character. He's interesting.
Yeah, he's definitely he's paranoid, which is understandable, but
Okay, like the thing is, like, this is my fear. Okay, it's because for The Last of Us Part 2, they keep saying that something's gonna happen that's gonna, and I quote, break Ellie's soul.
It's destroy, thank you.
Well, there was a couple of variations, Rachel. Don't get on my back about this. And it scares me because they're saying that she's going to be like irreparable and stuff like that. And I don't want Ellie to become like the cold kind of like person who like pushes everyone away because she's too scared to get close to anyone because she's scared of losing them again. I don't want her to become like Bill because like the whole time she despises like she has like that kind of like jokey like arguing kind of like dynamic with him, but she also despises like everything that he's about, like the fact that he refuses to let people into his life. So if Ellie ends up becoming that kind of person, I'm just gonna be like heartbroken because I don't want to see her become like everything that she's always hated, like the exact opposite of who she is.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do think Bill is like an interesting character in that sense, like especially because like you don't realize like at first that it's the reason he's so like shitty towards people and like doesn't care about anyone else is because of he's lost like Frank his partner. And then you learn that throughout your time with him. I don't know, he's a very interesting man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I went off a bit there.
no, it's
Just
fine.
popped off.
She did.
So yeah, I mean they basically try and get a working car. But you know, hunters of people like, hey, fuck you, buddy. And they're in
That's
Pittsburgh
a good
now.
impression, actually.
Then the hunters, you know, well, I quote, within the hunters city, they meet a pair of brothers named Sam and Henry.
My boys.
I don't. Every time I hear like we're gonna read somebody's name, it's always gonna be like, oh, that's sad because we're thinking about what happens to them.
Yeah.
Everybody dies.
I'm just sad.
Anyway, we need. Well, then again, it's just we're just gonna get sadder and sadder the more we talk about it. So we might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
Basically, they're trying to escape as well, and they kind of agree to work each other with. I believe they wait for the night, right?
Yes.
to leave the city, the hunters continue to pursue them in the Humvee, which basically they stole from them, I believe. Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, got to a bridge. Ellie proposes that he jump off to escape. Joel says, "Hey, you can't swim."
And then she just does it anyway.
Fucking
My
badass
favorite part
over
of the
here.
game.
And Joel follows.
She's trouble, she is.
I mean, she did the right thing.
Yeah.
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 Even though it almost killed her. But then again, most stuff in this game almost killed her.
The best things in life almost kill you.
Yeah.
Y'all ever had a McDonald's?
Yeah, basically Joel's knocked unconscious because he tried to save Ellie in the current. Then he's woken up by Ellie on the beach.
On the beach, that's a pretty good place to wake up. I wish that was me.
Just waking
I
up
know,
on
given
the
the
beach.
circumstances, that was like not the go-to place. But I mean, there's worse places they could have woken up. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And with Sam and Henry too.
Yeah, I was.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's better to think about it that way because.
Wait. Actually, what's everyone's opinions of Sam and Henry?
I mean, I like
At first,
Sam a lot.
yeah, I liked them. At first, I was like very apprehensive, but I think that's because I don't know, like the world of The Last of Us, I think makes me apprehensive about everyone. But the more and more time we spent with them, it was just kind of like if they were gonna do something, they would have done it already. So it was like,
Yeah.
I felt kind of fine with it all.
Fair.
I mean, it took a little bit to warm up to Sam and Henry, but when we kind of, it's weird for me. You don't really appreciate a character for who they are until like they're pretty much snatched from you. Because like I didn't expect them to do a thing which we'll mention later, but when it happened, it was like, well, shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just difficult. Sad.
Yeah, I like them, I think. I mean, the first time I watched the game they played, I think I just wanted, like, someone who didn't want Joel dead, and I just wanted to believe that it was them. So, I trusted them from the beginning, but, then what happened, and I was shocked, but I feel like that sometimes.
It's just true, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, oh god, sorry.
I think they were okay. Yeah.
Just okay?
They were trying their best. No,
Yeah.
but no, they actually were. Like, they were just trying to be like good people, like the best in that world. Trying to make some friends throughout it. I thought Henry was a bit harsh on Sam, but like I understand why. So, but yeah. I like them. They weren't like in my top 10 favourite list. Thanks to Watch Mojo. But they like I did like them.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, let's move on and a little bit more in the story.
Cool.
Basically, we forgot to mention that Sam and Henry basically abandoned Ellie and Joel when the the raiders were just chasing after them.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And
yeah, that was one of the moments where I was like, my apprehension was right.
Yeah. Well, they turned up again. Joel was like angry. It's like, why did you do that? And Henry's basically saying, I did it for Sam.
Yeah, I think Joel would have done that for Sarah or Ellie. Like, I think Joel would have done the same thing, so I think you kind of understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they found Ellie and Joel. basically they call it, just no hard feelings, I guess, and just head up to a radio tower, which leads to a sewer. Which this is my least favorite part of the combat, because it just makes me so angry just thinking about this segment. I think I died the most there than any other part of the game.
Yeah, that part sucks. Combat-wise.
Agreed.
But then again, we did have some really nice interactions through the suburban neighborhood, just explaining, like, to Joel and Sam, by, like, the ice cream truck.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one.
Like a really cute moment.
Yeah, the dartboard.
Yeah.
And we learn some stuff about like Sam and Henry's childhood when they're talking about having like barbecues and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, just walking down that street just was like very nice, just to get a little bit more character development to make you feel, I'm starting to like these guys.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Hopefully nothing bad happens to them.
Oh man.
But since it's a combat game, it can't really stay quiet for long. Attacked by more, raiders and a sniper, which is another part that I hate. Especially when you take over from the sniper.
Oh yeah. You have to like protect them.
Yeah. I mean, it took me about 10 tries to actually get it right.
Yeah, the second part's hard.
I cannot imagine what it's like on the hardest difficulty. I was playing on easy, I think.
I'm playing on easy as well.
Just cursed. It just is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they leave this, so basically they head towards the radio tower, and they just spend the night. And they just kind of chill. And this is kind of like where summer ends, where it's just getting sad now because Sam's infected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically the next morning he's already turned.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like the encounter.
Scary shit.
Yeah, I did like the encounter between Ellie and Sam the night before, though.
Yeah.
Oh, same. But it's also really sad in, like, after knowing why he's, like, asking her, like, what she's afraid of, and he's like, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to turn into one of them. Like, after you know, like, that he's, like, infected, it's, like, really heartbreaking, especially because he's, like, asking Ellie if, like, she thinks there's anything after, so there's like a heaven or anything like that, and she's like, I want to believe, and he's like, but you don't, and she's like, no, I don't, like, and like you just see him so heartbroken, and like as a young kid in that world, like knowing you're gonna die, like it's just so sad.
And that was like his last kind of conscious thought as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like he just spends that whole time before being scared, and then he has like this one person he feels like he can speak to, and they're just basically like, no, like that's it, like this you just die and that's it, and that's just so much to deal with, like especially being that age.
But I feel like it's kind of important to be like that in the world that they are in, just honest.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also just seeing like Henry's reaction at the end.
Yeah.
Just like that part just tore me, and then and then of course when he shoots himself, it's just like I literally was just left there like stunned. I was like just thinking that's living in that kind of world where like the one person that meant anything to you is gone. It also just shows how strong Joel is, I think, as well. Like the fact that Joel's gone through that twice and he's been able to live through it. It's just, I don't know. I don't know what I'd be able to do in that situation. I really don't. I can't place myself. And I think it's one of those things. It's like you could always say what you do, but I think until you're actually in that moment, like you just don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think going into fall just a little bit for a second when Ellie like wants to talk about Sam and Henry dying, but like Joel won't let her, and he's just like, we have to move on, we have to like forget about it. So that really goes to show how he deals with his things.
Oh yeah, totally.
Pretty very much just locks it in a box, throws away the key.
Yeah.
Just, no thanks. But it's such a sad way to end the chapter.
It's like, okay, done.
A kid dying, some a guy committing suicide, and just that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that's The Last of Us.
And that's
Yeah,
summer.
And...
That's pretty. I mean, overall thoughts. Everyone.
Everything hurts and I'm dead.
So
Like-
Sam.
Oh
Like,
my god.
And like, so just think about the amount. Like, we're only like what, like a third, maybe even just a quarter to the game,
we
and so
actually
much
missed
has already
a part.
happened.
We missed a part, you know, like the whole bit where, you know, Henry goes insane and then shoots himself.
Yeah, I mean, it's
We-
kind
we-
of implied by
we-
him putting committing suicide shot.
We just talked about. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
I mean, true.
Did you just completely miss that?
She was thinking about
I mean,
Ellie.
I guess I'm just. My free brain cells are in overtime right now, and they're not being paid, so leave them alone.
Okay, it's understandable. I mean,
But yeah, like,
we're shut.
I think what I was saying, just like the whole like the fact we're only like a quarter or a third of the way through the game, like maybe not even that, and like already all this has happened. It really just shows like how rich
Yeah.
the story is and how like they throw you in at the deep end.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and especially like there's just no fucking about. Like, no one in the game is safe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just at the same time it's the kind of thing where like it puts you as the player in the same kind of mindset as they would be. Like, don't get attached, don't start to trust people because you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, overall, it was a very nice way to start, like, to throw us into the world of The Last of Us in the current
Yeah.
time that the game's set in.
Well, I wouldn't say a very nice way. I'd say quite.
It's
surprising,
nice
to be honest.
It's nice as in, and like as a good way to,
Like
storytelling.
Yeah.
Emotionally, it's just fucked us up.
Yeah.
So,
Literally.
The Last of Us is the cause of my problems. I'm suing Naughty Dog.
why are you suing Naughty Dog? Because they made us such a good game, it made me cry.
Emotional trauma.
Don't worry, that Naughty Dog, we love you. And yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I mean, there are some. We'll probably talk about the combat, just aspects of for just a separate episode, because it's just a whole mechanic in itself.
So deep.
Yeah, and I need to
Yeah.
play through the combat as well. Hell, there's a multiplayer mode which I just learned about a few hours ago.
I've never played it.
You remember?
Good player.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
I mean, I guess just like at this point you can see that like Ellie and Joel are like starting to like connect a little bit, but then as soon as it gets to that point of like when Sam and Henry like die and they like move past that, it feels like he pushes her away all over again.
Yeah.
But I think because he realizes he's getting caught up in himself and he's like, oh shit, so he's like, let's not do that.
Yeah, I feel like later on down the line is kind of like where Joel starts to warm up and like Ellie's more like protective of Joel, like, which we'll talk about in the fall episode, because towards the end of that is kind of like where it shines in the university.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's it, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
We covered it pretty quickly. Even though there was a lot of dialogue and stuff that happened. But, I mean, we can't talk about everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I really enjoyed it.
Mhm.
We did gloss over Bill a little bit, but I feel like we could talk about him later on in like his own episode where we'll kind of deal about how he has a town and all that stuff and his like ways.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we should do character studies soon.
Yeah,
Yes.
totally.
So I feel like that's it for the episode, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Thanks everyone for watching. We really do appreciate it. We're glad that everyone liked the first episode so much. We really do want to make this thing happen with the quarantine zone. We have the RSS feed funded for a year now, so you'll be able to hear us on iTunes. I'll try and get it set up for everywhere else, like on Spotify. It'll take a while though because I'm new to this RSS feed stuff. We'll if you're watching this on the day, we'll probably try and release it every Friday, every like 3 weeks or something. I think that's how long it's been.
It's been a month actually, I think.
Oh, we might as well just do it every month. I guess, and maybe we could just like record in between that time or plan. I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll let you guys know in the next episode. Yeah. So next episode we're going to be talking about fall, which has a lot of stuff to talk about in that. We'll kind of yeah, I mean, there is a lot. It's kind of like centered around 2 places, more or less, from what I can remember. So yeah, we want to thank everybody so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. Make sure to follow us on our social media accounts. We have a Twitter, at The Quarantine. We have a Tumblr, which we'll link in the description as well. We have an Instagram. If you want to email us, I think email's in our credits as well. So if you want to throw us an email, if you have any ideas for an episode, let us know.
Talk to us.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
We are lonely.
We also have a subreddit, I believe.
Yes, we do. Just checking on that right now. I'm pretty sure it's just /r/the quarantine zone.
Alright.
Just double checking that.
No problem.
Yes, that is correct.
Sweet. So yeah, you have different ways to contact us, which is important because we're all about help the community. Like we want to kind of reach out to the Last of Us community and just take in your suggestions and hopefully grow from that and just try and get better.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you everybody, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bon voyage.
Bye.